happening, y'all? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Creatia Conversation. We're bringing you the latest in all that nerdish. I'm your host, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, a.k.a. the Dragon King, a.k.a. Big T, a.k.a. T Money, a.k.a. Sweet T, a.k.a. Black Merlin, a.k.a. the HNIC. And I'm joined today, as always, by my co-host, Mara the motherfucking Shark Watkins. How you doing, Mara?
Hello. Oh, my mic is not even in the right place.
And we're also joined by somebody else who's clearly not Tim Cook, but who else is here?
The patron saint of podcasting, not Tim Cook. Because you changed your name and I can't read it. Now that's what your name is tonight.
How I did change my name to not Tim Cook, so I am not Tim Cook.
How you doing, not
Tim Cook? Anyone listening and or watching, whether you're listening after the fact,
I will say I'm not going to talk on this because I can't.
Listen,
so if you bring it up, I'm not going to.
Without Googling it, if you know who Tim Cook is, let us know.
Without Googling it.
Don't ask why.
Why is irrelevant in this situation? All right.
No, don't ask why. I can't talk any further on it.
That's what I'm saying. Why is it relevant? So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, how y'all doing though? What you been up to? What you been watching? What you been playing? All that good stuff.
You go first.
Okay. So I actually made a note so I didn't forget anything. Finished Chaos.
Okay. How you feel about it?
I enjoyed it for what it was. There was a lot of cool shit in there, a lot of interesting stuff, a few little tweaks here or there, like the relationship between Persephone and Hades. I don't know if I love that. Lupin from Harry Potter was Hades, but
okay. I don't remember who Lupin is, so I remember who Hades is though on Harry Potter, not on Harry Potter, on Chaos. So
it's the same actor. It's just I don't know for whatever reason.
I think he also played Captain Gordon in the Batman series.
No,
not. Yeah,
you're thinking of Sirius Black.
No,
Sirius Black.
Oh wait, yes. That's Gary Oldman. Yes,
Gary Oldman played Commissioner Gordon. Yep.
Now you're gonna piss me off. I gotta look it up.
Anyway, I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm interested in where things are going in season 2 and what Chaos or who Chaos actually is.
David
Chaos is coming. Hi Tommy. Tommy, do you know who Tim Cook is without Googling it? Don't Google it. Just answer yes or no.
Well, how do you know if he's not going to Google it? We literally
don't. We trust him.
I just told him not to Google it, and I called him Tommy. I didn't call him Timmy. So, Tommy, I'm trusting you. Don't Google it. Just be honest, yes or no.
Okay.
But anyway,
Chaos. I inherently don't trust anyone.
I gave Rick and
Morty. Tim Cook.
You said Tim Cook?
Yeah. I gave Rick and Morty the anime like 2 episodes. It's not for me.
That was longer than I gave it.
He knows. Okay. Somebody knew.
Okay. I did not enjoy Rick and Morty the anime. It was not funny at all. And that's the only reason I watch Rick and Morty is for the funny. Like, I don't watch it for
I haven't actually watched it yet.
Yeah. I had started it for a couple of minutes, but then I had decided to give it a wait because I was watching it with Luna first because we were just trying to browse through something just to kill 30 minutes. And I was like, well, I should probably check if Chris wanted to see this. And so I don't want to watch this. I don't want, from what I was seeing, I was like, I don't want to watch this twice. So I'm going to stop. And then, when I brought it up to him that it came out, he swore I had said I had spoke to someone about the show already. and that I had heard it sucked. And I was just like, babe, I have not spoken to a soul about this show. So I don't know who you're confusing me with, but we still have not watched it. So I've only seen like about 2 minutes of it, and I haven't felt any kind of urge or desire to go back to it.
Yeah, no, I was not entertained. I wanted Rick and Morty just in an anime style and like maybe like some cool anime extras, but still to be Rick and Morty, and this did not feel like Rick and Morty.
That's what I thought they were giving. It was just going to be like, I mean, I feel like it would just be like the same story, maybe some different shenanigans, just anime style. I don't know.
It was not. Also, all caught up on The Penguin on Max.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, they released all of the episodes?
No, they only released 2, so I'm just caught up on the 2 episodes, and I enjoyed it.
I like it too.
The 2 episodes, yep, I'm enjoying it. Also, I think I might now be an episode behind on All About Agatha, but I'm enjoying that.
Okay.
All About Agatha?
Isn't that what it's called?
No.
Agatha All
Along. That's what it is.
Yeah, new episode.
I knew what you were talking about, so I was gonna let you have it. But
I did too, but I wasn't gonna let that go. Yeah, new episode came out yesterday. So
yeah, so we're an episode behind on that. There's a show on Netflix called Queen of the Villains about Japanese female wrestlers from the 80s. I watched that whole thing. That was actually pretty cool and interesting. And then I am halfway through the Vince McMahon documentary because I'm watching with Kate. So we got to watch it like after Zoe goes to bed when we have time and I'm not watching wrestling. And our sleep schedules are all changed now. So
yeah, I've watched the first 5. I haven't watched the final one yet.
I have not started it yet, but I did put it on my list. It's on my list.
It'll be interesting for you because you don't know all the shit.
So yeah, a lot of that stuff we're watching is just
I
like
love true crime. I love
a lot of stuff that we know already. There's a few things like I had kind of heard about the mother thing, like in passing, like recently before I started watching this. But oh, you haven't even gotten there yet. My bad. But yeah, most of the stuff is stuff I knew. Like the did you get to the have you watched the Screwjob episode yet?
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't know about the Wendy Richter thing.
Yeah, I did.
That was one of those things I didn't know. But other than that, pretty much everything else was the stuff I knew already. But it was interesting the way they put it together. It's well done. You know, it's not for people like us who are, you know, like
well versed,
constantly tuned into this shit. It's for like, you know, people who are like, you know, kind of casual fans of WWE, are kind of like tangentially interested in all this kind of stuff. But yeah, for us, it's not going to give us much.
He has a lot of shit in his history that you're going to learn about.
Okay.
Sort of true crime wise. My understanding is it does not deal with the current allegations, that he stopped taking interviews and stopped participating in the document once all of the current allegations became public. So they don't really dig into that, and you don't really get a take from him on that. So there is that. But the steroids trial and all the other Wendy Richter, and you know, he has a very interesting quote about Essay and Wendy Richter and statute of limitations that I was like, well, you sound fucking guilty.
Yeah, guilty as fuck. But
yep. So like
guilty.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was other shit he said where just like your brain really thinks like that. Like you realize you're a fucking hypocrite, right? And he was just like, it's so much shit. It was just like, yeah, when other, you know, when WCW did it, they're trying to ruin us. But when I did it, it was just me doing good business. Just like,
yeah, that totally.
Like, okay, track. Yeah, you're fucking insane. Okay,
AJ says High Potential is a good show if you like crime drama TV shows.
Yeah, I put that up already. You must have missed it.
Well, we didn't read it. I have not gotten to what Stone Cold says about Benoit, but I am well aware that he does not believe that CTE is real. So that's a whole other thing.
But that's crazy. I can't stand when people who don't have any semblance of a medical or scientific degree love to say something
Stone
scientific.
Cold played a doctor. I can get you video of Stone Cold in scrubs.
No,
that doesn't give him the medical.
Do not let him give you that, Mar, because
I'm not taking that.
He played a guy that disguised himself as a doctor. He did not.
He played a doctor.
Oh, so he didn't play
he
a
played
doctor.
a guy that disguised himself as a doctor so he could
I'm-
whoop Vince McMahon's ass.
So he pulled.
Do not let
he
Matt
pulled
get
a
you.
RDJ.
He played a doctor.
Okay.
He pulled a Robert Downey Jr. I'm playing a dude pretended to be a doctor, pretending to be a doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Like that don't count. Listen to Matt.
He played a doctor.
Oh man. Anything else, Matt?
Playing the same shit. Fortnite. The new MK dropped. I beat the new story mode. Started playing as Noob, Cyrax, and Sector. Can't wait for Ghostface to drop. And
Noob wasn't in the game before?
No, Noob is a new addition to the game.
Huh. Really? Okay.
Yeah. So because you got to remember it's a fresh start. So
okay. So yeah, they probably wouldn't have met him yet. I got you.
But you see the creation of Noob in this new timeline and some other really cool shit. I really enjoyed the story.
I beat it like he did in the movie.
Huh?
Did he come from Ermac like he did in the movie?
No. So, yeah, same shit. Playing. Nothing's changed. Ragnarok. God of War.
Got you.
Fortnite is getting Shaq in the game.
I did see a trailer for that. We're not watching that today, but I did see a trailer for that.
Can I provide a trailer today?
Not if it's that one.
No.
Are we watching the Dragon Ball Daima trailer today?
The what?
Dragon Ball Daima, Daima.
I mean, I know what it is. I said what as in like I didn't know a new trailer came out.
As far as I know. I mean, it was 9 days ago, the one I saw.
Well, then
That's so no. That's something that came out today.
So it's new. Like I didn't watch it because I was like, I'm gonna bring it up and see if Travis wants to watch this.
It's been over a week.
I'm about to say it's been over a week.
New.
No.
Well, if Travis was here last week, then I didn't know about it last week, so we still wouldn't watch it. So you would be.
No.
Rude.
But yeah, I got a few things that are new for me. I watched that show on Netflix. We watched the trailer for it here, Baby Reindeer.
Okay.
And
I've heard it's a good watch, but like
it's unsettling.
Yeah.
It's I can't remember the last time I watched something that had me that consistently uncomfortable. And it like got to the point where it was just like, I need to stop now. Because we were binging through it pretty quickly. But then I got to a point, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not about to fall asleep. Because that's usually what stops the binging is when I start falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I mentally can't do this anymore. It's like I'm not okay.
It's a lot to take on, especially like with the whole like I guess like with all the drama surrounding it, with the real person who plays the quote unquote stalker or so. Because like apparently like she filed like she's suing Netflix pretty much for like embellishing, I guess, or saying like this is a absolutely true story and like them and like relating a lot of things that were closely directly to her so that people were able to figure out who she was. And I was like, well, maybe you shouldn't have done what you did.
What to say? This sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, but I don't know. They were talking about it. I think I heard on the Breakfast Club or some radio show I was listening to on my way to work. But yeah, that's the only thing that's kind of had me like intrigued and watching. I was like, why did we make a Netflix show about this story?
Yeah, it was one of those things where I pretty much only ended up watching it because most of the shows that I really watch aren't back yet. So starting like next week, I won't be watching things like Baby Reindeer anymore. So I'll be okay.
Yeah, I feel like I've been randomly trying to watch shit just to kill time.
Yeah. I can go back to the things I like to do that make me happy, like Bob's Burgers. So there's that. Which new episode did just come out this week, and I watched that one. It was good, funny, had a great time. But I also watched this movie. It came out, I think, last year on Netflix with Julia Roberts and
Gear.
now I'm blanking. I can't even see his face anymore.
Richard Gere.
No, Mahershala Ali. So no, it was not Pretty Woman. That Pretty Woman did not come out last year.
You didn't say it came out last year. You said you watched it last year on Netflix.
I said it came out last year on Netflix. Yeah. I did. Said I watched something that came out last year on Netflix. It's because you weren't listening. But anyway, called Leave the World Behind. And that was another one that had me uneasy for quite some time. But it was a good movie. It was a whole lot of watching this and being like, why aren't you listening to your child? Because clearly she's the only one that knows what the fuck is going on. Even though she doesn't really know what's going on, but she's seeing shit and she's peeping shit and nobody's paying attention to her. And it's just like, whew. But anyway, once it gets to the end and you see like what's actually going on and you're just like, oh, wow. Okay. And now I can't sleep. I say that, but I fell right asleep because I can always sleep. Then just randomly started watching Lego Masters Australia again because there's more stuff that I hadn't seen yet. So Lego's fun. Lego Masters is fun. Lego Masters Australia is fun, even though I don't like their structure.
What do you watch
Tubi. I know. That's why I haven't finished it because I have to watch it on Tubi. And the ads, man, the ads.
It's not worth it. If it was on something I already own that's a streaming platform, I'd be like, oh, let me check that out. I'm not seeking anything out on Tubi.
That's fair. But it's Lego, you know? You get some
I love
cool
Legos.
Shit.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, it's some cool shit. It is some. You do get to see some cool shit.
Quick side note on unsettling things. I don't remember if I talked about this with Mara last week or not, but I did recently watch The Forever Purge. Okay. Have you ever seen The Forever Purge?
Negative.
So basically,
I feel like you did, but I don't remember fully if you went into detail on what it is.
Pretty much what might happen come November. Because a former president who we're not going to name did recently do like a little speech where he's like, if there was just one day where like we could be really violent, and basically described the purge. Basically suggested the purge as a way to deal with liberals. But so they have, you know what the purge is, right? One day a year.
Yeah. I know the concept of the purge. Yeah.
Okay. So people just decide that they're not going to stop after the day's over. They just decide they're not going to stop after that the day is up, like 24 hours in. So they're like, you know what? We're just going to keep doing this shit. And America starts to burn, and Canada and Mexico open up their borders for us to escape.
They won't.
And then have to shut down their borders because these people are destroying. And I was freaking out. I'm like, this could happen. This feels a little too close to home.
The whole opening the borders thing wouldn't happen. Canada is going to give you a stern talking to by basically by being less polite and saying, no, we can't let you in. I'm so sorry, but we love you.
They're going to say,
and
fuck
Mexico is
off
going to shoot
in the
you on
nicest
sight.
way possible.
So,
it's essentially asylum seekers. Like everyone's seeking asylum from fucking America.
Yeah, but Mexico will shoot you on sight.
So, yeah, like Canada's gonna say, please go away, and like probably just like that. Like they're gonna say fuck you in like the nicest way possible. And, right. You know, and then just turn around in their mountie outfit and everything.
Do you think they'd shoot a hot air balloon down if you like hopped in a hot air balloon and just like coasted over like Niagara Falls?
Oh, Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
they yelled at me like, what are you doing, eh?
We don't. They probably shoot it with a BB gun.
What is that about?
I don't think they have BB guns, Mar.
Well, I feel like the Mounties, they probably have a gun.
You sure?
I don't know.
Oh, they've got guns in Canada. They've got fucking moose and bear and all sorts of shit up there.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Mounties.
Logically, people, I know that Canadians do have guns. Okay?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Because I'm not 100% sure you're not sure that Canadians' heads don't go like this when they talk.
They don't?
See?
I have cousins in Canada. I can attest that they do.
They do go.
I love
Their heads
them.
go like that when they talk. You can attest to that. Okay, cool. See.
That's like Terrence and Phillip.
Cool. I knew I was right. There's also a couple of other shows on Netflix that I watched in the last couple of weeks because I wasn't here last week, so I couldn't tell
The
you. The
Royal Canadian Mounted Police do have weapons.
Okay. Twilight of the Gods, great show on Netflix, animated show, lots of fun. Norse mythology, good time.
At first, I thought you said Twilight, and then you were saying it was really good, and I was like, so we're already getting to unpopular opinions. Like we just gonna jump ahead.
No. Twilight of the Gods is what I'm referring to. It's a good show, animated. You should check it out. Also, an anime on Netflix called Grim Variations. It's basically taking fairy tales and twisting them and making them real fucked up, and it's a good time.
Sold.
Yeah, really good time. I think you'll enjoy it.
Don't tell me anything else. What's it called again?
Grim Variations.
Okay.
Then decided to go back and finally play The Last of Us.
The game?
Yep. Never played it before.
I was gonna say for the first time.
Watched the show, loved the show, but just had never played the game. It had been sitting on my PlayStation for damn near a decade. And I
could say the same thing for me.
And I just never played it, but started playing it, and I'm liking it. Some good, I'm seeing the differences between the show and the game and all that. Like I got to Bill, and the time with Bill that we got in the show was very different than the time with Bill in the game. There's some common threads there, but still very different. But still good, honestly. I like the show, what they did with Bill better, but it was still good in the game. And that's it for what I've been watching and playing. Mara, you said you got a trailer you want to drop, though, so why don't you show us what you got?
Okay. Well, yeah. Jesus, that was like, where is it? I have it right here. Do you want me to just do it myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a big girl. You can do it.
Can I?
I'm a big kid. Look what I can do. I can wear big kid pants too. And I can pull them off and on.
I love all of those things. Those are three of my favorite things.
I had that trailer queued up already anyway.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I did it. I knew you would be here. I got you.
You knew your co-host. Mm-hmm. What was I gonna say?
I had one last week that was just for me and Matt, but I wasn't here to watch it with him. It was a little disappointing.
I'm sorry.
Theoretically, according to the way Travis credits things, there's only one co-host, and it's you, and I'm just some other guy that's here.
You're right. He does say that. I have noticed that before, and I've just
my co-host Mara and someone else is with us.
Yeah, that other nigga. Yeah.
Well, just really quickly, what I've been watching. I finished Monsters, the Eric and Lyle Menendez story. It did not end in a way I didn't think it was.
You've been watching already?
No.
We did me and
oh, my bad. I thought we did. I thought you went first. My bad.
No,
I just chimed in. Yeah, I chimed in when you guys mentioned things that I've seen.
Oh, well, do that first.
Okay. I finished Monsters, the Eric Lyle Menendez story. I totally forgot I had started American Sports Story, so now I have to continue that. I was continuing Big Mouth, and I started Interview with the Vampire, which has the gentleman who played Grey Worm from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
I finished episode 1 earlier today. I don't know. I've only seen his butt.
Oh, okay.
But I can only imagine. I feel like I watched something else and I can't remember what it is, but whatever. Oh, Saturday Night Live came back on Saturday, and they had I don't remember her name, but if you know the show Hacks, she is some old white woman on that show.
Okay.
Um, and SVU comes back tonight, I think. Is it? No, next week. So just like you, Travis, I will be soon back to watching my regular shit. 911 came back as well. And Chris, I think, saw like the first like part of an episode where like the basic 911 that's in LA. They have something going on with a B NATO, and he was just like, what in the fuck? It's like, you can't take this serious. And I was like, I don't, after 7 seasons of watching this show, I feel like they know there's no way that anyone can take this show seriously. But it's a good watch.
B NATO. All right.
It's literally what happened. We thought it was going to be like just like a swarm. No, they made a funnel. But that's been about it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, the trailer.
Yeah, and this will show what I've been playing. Or not really what I've been playing. This is coming out later this month, but like this is what I'm aiming to be playing. If that made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Femboy Barosi. Kung ganayansa.
Arriba sempre fou la place ya no baya desa.
Yeah. Clue us in on what any of this stuff means?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna go off with a little speech bubble.
Guess he just died.
I want my face in a moment.
Is any of this intriguing you?
Yeah, I mean, I was explaining to Chris earlier because we watched the trailer earlier when it had released, and I was saying like it just feels like a trend with the Sims 4 now. Of like I guess canceling Sims 5, they're just kind of going all in on Sims 4. And I was saying over the years, all these mods have come out to enhance certain things that are happening in the game already. Like, you could always die in the game. There's always been a bunch of different ways the Sims can die. But like, I have a mod that added in funerals and medical examiners when the Sims do pass away instead of the Grim Reaper coming and
turn down a little bit more.
Yeah. And just taking their body and they turn into like an urn or a tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
And they made it more of like a realistic process. And now I feel like the Sims is like, oh, I see you did that. So now I guess we'll make a pack that will incorporate funeral services. I wonder if this will kind of bring in some kind of gameplay of preparing like there's the retirement, there's like the retire option when the Sims are elders to retire from their career. I wonder if they'll lean more into like preparing for the end of your Sim life, like preparing a will,
Wait, they doing reincarnation?
I don't know if they're gonna be. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, I feel like they're trying to like lean into like the funeral side of it, but also like kind of into like the supernatural ish of it.
Yeah, because they said embrace what's next, and then show a little baby floating down from heaven and shit.
Yeah, so there was that
right after the death. So it was just like, is that they doing reincarnation? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's a gameplay trailer, I believe, on the 17th. So I guess they'll be able to explain more of what we'll be looking forward to with that, because that comes out on Halloween.
Okay.
What happened, Matt? I decided to find. I wanted Mara to see her topics. So I found a video that's like 2 minutes long to play so Mara can see why. Because I didn't know how to explain why the answer to her topic is. And I found one, and it did everything I wanted to. And I'm really excited. You're going to hate me for it, but it's okay.
Okay.
Well, since you brought it up, Mara, what's your topic?
My topic is, in your opinion and why, which fictional city is the coolest? And because I didn't want to be asked, well, what do you mean by cool? Coolness is to each your own. If it is for some really crazy shit, let it be that. If it's just for basic scenery, let it be that. But yeah.
Okay. You want us to go first, or you want to do?
I'll go with mine because I feel like it's very self-explanatory of my personality. I chose Gotham. I chose Gotham City. Just
okay.
Chose Gotham City just because from New York. So like honestly, watching Christopher Nolan's Batman series, like especially the first one, like Batman Begins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I always make sure I'm not confusing with Batman Beyond. So that's why I was like, is it Batman Begins?
Batman Beyond's the cartoon.
Yeah. In Batman Begins, when like they showed Rachel just walking around Gotham in like her neighborhood and stuff like that, you just see how like everywhere it's crime. That's literally how I feel walking through New York.
Chicago.
I'm about to say that's Chicago.
I've never been to Chicago, so I don't.
That's what I'm saying. They filmed that in Chicago.
No, I know.
The coolest city is Chicago. That's what Mara from New York.
You just said the coolest city is Chicago. That was my point. That was Matt picked it up. Yeah.
Well, it was filmed in Chicago, but like I'm talking about like especially like Gotham across all kinds, because Gotham is also partially imagined.
You already specifically mentioned Batman Begins. You think the coolest city is Chicago? It's canon.
No, well, I think the way Christopher Nolan presented Chicago is cool.
You can try to code it up any way you want to. Chicago.
No, because you're coding what I said the way you want to. So
I'm not coding anything.
Yes, you are. You're literally transcribing what I'm saying into your own meaning.
You're entitled to your opinion.
It's not opinion if it's fact.
The fact is, it's literally Chicago.
Well, we know it was filmed in Chicago, but Gotham, the premise itself, was imagined based off of New York.
Yet they went to Chicago to do it. That's cool. Anyway, finish. What else you got? What else? Was that it?
Yeah.
Gotham. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool. So what makes you think that that's the coolest city? We didn't really get deep into that.
I was saying, because you cut me off and then transcribed it into me saying that Chicago was the coolest city.
Because that's what you said.
Yeah, pretty much that. In my opinion, most relatable to New York.
Okay. So for me, I just started thinking about this and I'm like, okay, where do I want to be in all these fictional cities? And the thing is, I don't know what the name of the actual city is, but it's whatever the fucking city is they go to in Black Panther in Wakanda, whatever that city is, because Wakanda's the country, but what is that city they first fly into? Whatever that city is the coolest city, because goddamn, if that is not Black Utopia, I don't know what is. Therefore, whatever the fuck that city is in Wakanda is the coolest city in fiction.
Okay. To go along with that, because my city is very similar to Travis's city when you look at it.
Going with Xanakin? Yeah.
Yes, it's Xanarkin.
I feel like
I'll stop it after they zoom out and show you the city. I mean, look at this. You got a fucking arena in the sea.
It looks like that thing that they're trying to do in Dubai.
I don't even know how the water does that in the arches, but that's amazing. So anyway,
Well, and then here comes Sin to destroy it all. So, you know.
Xanarkin, all right? Pre-Sin destroying Xanarkin was kind of like what you think of Wakanda. It was technologically advanced beyond, and due to that, that was Sin and all of the, like, that was them taking creation. It's a whole thing. All of that got wiped away. We basically go back to the fucking Stone Ages. And it's just shambles and a wreck after that. But the Xanarkin that we get in the beginning of the game is one of the coolest visually cities I have ever seen. And they have airships like Wakanda, and they have the lights, and they have all of these cool, amazing things until a fucking giant sperm whale shows up and wrecks it all.
Yeah, fucking Sin. Just
Travis.
What up?
I believe the name, I might be wrong, but that city that you were talking about might be named Burnin Zana.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I got for you.
Dope. And I want to live there.
Yeah, I think Burnin Zana, it's called like the Golden City. So that sounds about right. But who knows?
Okay.
It's a name. I'll give you a name to your city.
And you summon Bahamut in Xanarkin, and Bahamut is the coolest AI. So, like,
say that again.
I said you summon Bahamut from Xanarkin, and Xanarkin or Bahamut is the coolest AI. So, like,
gotcha. I thought you said you summoned Muhammad, and then I was lost from there.
Ali,
then,
yes.
And then
he floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
And then he knocks your lights out.
Nah, Bahamut. All right. I'll Netflix or Max?
Max.
Max.
Ooh, there's a Halloween special for Velma on Max. I can't wait to watch it.
Okay.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No, the comment on Twitch.
It's
bots.
Yeah. It's a bot.
Yeah. There we go. Did a weird thing. It's called The Franchise.
Done rehearsal, everyone on their A game. Remember, we are top draw professionals, thank you. Camera time!
2 words, no words. 3rd word. Wow.
I'm first assistant director. It's my job to keep the actors from killing themselves.
I might be having a few side effects from my human growth hormones.
And I work with the director, assisting his vision.
I'd like to fire the sound.
Okay, you can't do that.
He's wearing the indoor scarf. I thought only directors wear the indoor scarf. Is he mocking me?
Yes, he's mocking me.
This production was in chaos.
Gloves off right now. Let's go.
Would now be a good time to talk about career progressions?
Do not panic. We're going to execute this and show how good we are. Forward cinema.
Nose clips on. Let's see shit.
And cut. We've cut there. I'm going to get this stunt if it kills me and everyone involved in this production.
Dan, I've got health and safety for you.
Welcome. Thank you, health and safety. Onwards, with caution.
Bad news. The culture thinks the studio has a woman problem.
I may have done the sexism once. But
Where do I know her?
Feminism. How did I miss this?
And I think it's probably my
I
fault.
may have done the sexism once.
Yes.
You may have what?
I just want this to be a good.
He said, "I may have done the sexism once."
You care too much about this job; it will kill
the
you.
boys.
Was that it was The Boys. Okay.
We all just lost our mind.
I'm like, I know I've seen you before.
That was like Storm something.
Stormfront.
Oh, it's
Yeah, Stormfront. I was like Storm Leader.
He was old dude from Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
The Sokovian.
Zola.
Yeah. Stormfront. It was a nod to racist shit. It's what it is. It's just what it is. Matt.
Yes.
First of all, let me take this down because we're not talking about Mars topic anymore. But heads or tails?
I always go head. I love head.
What's your topic?
I want you guys to tell me of 3 of the biggest mainstream wrestlers turned actors. In your opinion, who is the best? Your options are John Cena, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or Dave Bautista. And I also put in Drax there. He's done a lot of other stuff just in case Mara wasn't familiar with Bautista. I'm sure she knows who John Cena is and The Rock is.
I know who all 3 of these people are.
Now this is best actor, not like most successful actor, because obviously that's one person, and being successful doesn't mean all of your movies are good, unless that's how you feel about his movies. So, Mara, I'll start with you. Who do you think of the 3 is the best actor?
I, funny enough, recently had this same discussion, and I went with Dave Bautista. I think John Cena is very funny. I think he plays weird well. I guess he's a good wrestler. I don't know. I know him about like within wrestling about as far as his relationship with the one Bella twin that he was with.
He is the best rapper on the panel.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know. You heard The Rock's verse on Rumble?
Yes, and I said what I said.
Shit.
So it's not. So I don't think he's like a horrible actor. I think he is one of those actors, kind of like The Rock, who started taking a lot of roles and just being in a lot of places. I did not choose The Rock because he is everywhere. I don't think being in a bunch of shit all the time makes you a great actor.
Doesn't make you a bad one either.
Yeah, it doesn't make you a bad one either. But like a lot of the discussion that we were having about it is that like he plays the same person like almost every role it feels now. Like I feel like I've seen like some variations with John Cena, especially like from in between like Peacemaker versus God, I can't remember another movie I saw him off the top of my head. But like I know I've seen him do like
he was in Trainwreck with Amy Schumer. He was in
I didn't watch that shit.
Cock Blockers.
He was wanted to see that, didn't see that though.
Peacemaker is Peacemaker, so that also counts for
I feel like I've seen him do something else though. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I recently saw him in Jackpot, which was a fun movie too. But
Jackpot, he's done a few like Netflix.
He does like fun stuff that like I'm never like I don't want to see that. It's just that like
what was that movie he did with Lil Rel? Vacation Friends? That was good.
Vacation Friends. That was
1 and
good.
2.
And then what the The Marine.
I keep wanting to say Daddy's Home.
Big screen debut was The Marine.
But I chose Dave Bautista because I feel like he gives the most range.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of those, like I haven't been like because I feel like he also can transform into roles where it's like at first glance you're just like, oh, that's Dave Bautista. Like, so I think like that's why I chose him.
Travis, do you agree or disagree?
So here's my thinking here.
Oh boy. Sounds like you have a whole dissertation ready.
No. But I agree with what you said about John Cena. He does weird and funny very well. He's found his niche, and that's working for him. Keep doing your thing, bro. What you said about Bautista, when you're like, he has more range in the roles that he's taken, that may be true, but I don't feel like he did any of them particularly well.
Really?
But I like that he takes he doesn't take always like the main role. Like The Rock has takes roles where it's like he can't lose.
It is Travis's turn.
And learning that shit kind of just killed all of it for me. I'm sorry.
It is Travis's turn.
It is.
I'll allow you to rebuttal.
Being a star and being a star in your own shit. But anyway, I'm not even saying that's why The Rock's the reason. I'm not saying The Rock is the answer to this question. I'm just pointing out that here's the thing. In my opinion, none of them are particularly good actors. Now, like I was saying with Bautista, like he does a wider range of roles, but like I said, I don't think he does any of them particularly well. Rock is another one who has found his niche, and he fucking nails that shit when he does it. So my thing is, it's between The Rock and Cena who really nails their shit better, and who I enjoy watching more. And honestly, more recently, I've enjoyed watching John Cena more, strangely enough. Most of the stuff I see The Rock in, it's fine. The last thing I remember seeing The Rock in that I actually really liked was Ballers, which wasn't him as this hero kind of dude. It was just him being this agent or whatever, money manager, whatever you want to call it, the fuck his role was. But that was the last time I saw him in something that I really liked him in that role.
Jumanji.
It was fine. It wasn't I didn't.
That was the last thing for me. I haven't watched Ballers.
Okay.
So for me, it was Jumanji.
And actually, I think that was in the same time as Ballers. But I have a hard time really saying that one of them is particularly better than the other because I just don't think any of them are particularly good. But if I had to choose one, I would go with John Cena.
Okay. I acknowledge that Dwayne has made more money than anyone, more money than most people in Hollywood with the movies that he's made, and he does summer blockbusters, and he plays The Rock, a variation of the same character, like Mara said, in the majority of his movies. Whether it's a guy with one leg who used to climb mountains and shit, who's hanging off the side of a skyscraper but wears the same clothes that he does in Jumanji, that he does in Walking Tall, that he does in The Rundown, white t-shirt, khaki pants.
But
what?
White shirt, khaki pants.
He's not in charge of wardrobe. Just to.
He even played a variation of himself in Black Adam. I feel like a little bit, but I'm leaning more towards Mara. I actually think that he did Drax fucking fantastically. I love Drax. Drax is probably my favorite Guardian of the Galaxy.
Why, Gamora?
I would say Drax was his best role I've seen him in, but I still don't think that was particularly good. But
he's also a Bond villain. He's been in Knock at the Cabin, which I enjoyed. And as Mara said, he does all of these things and shows a far wider range in his acting. Whether you think it's good or not, I think he's I really love him as Drax, and I think it's really good. So there's that. And some of the other stuff I've seen him in, I think he's done a really good job in as well. I don't watch his movies and think, oh, that's Dave Bautista. So I watch John Cena movies, I'm like, that's John Cena. I watch The Rock movies, I'm like, it's The Rock. I don't watch his movies and think, oh, that's Dave Bautista doing blah, 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 blah. So I also give it to Dave Bautista.
Interesting. Yeah, when I watch it, I still see Bautista, but I see Bautista.
Hulk Hogan
doing different shit.
Is not on this list.
That's okay.
I assume we were just ignoring his existence.
Stone Cold would have been on the list, but he's only really done one movie that mattered, and that was Condemned, and that's not worth debating. So
he was in The Longest Yard too.
He was, but he played a racist white guy in The Longest Yard that said the N-word, so I was leaving that one off too.
He did.
Yeah, he called Nelly the N-word, and I'm like, I can't give you credit for that.
Yeah.
Things we got
And he
away.
did seem like he had a much easier time saying that than he should have. So it was just,
It's because they made him do a lot of takes, Travis.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
The first 69 takes that he had to do, he really struggled. And by the 70th, he's like, all right, now I'm
what happened?
comfortable.
Okay.
I've said it 69 times. Number 70, now I'm comfortable. That's all. It had nothing to do with him being a white man from Texas.
Nothing at all. Nothing to do with his upbringing and where he learned, as someone who spent a significant amount of time in Texas, I can't believe someone from Texas would have an easy time saying that. Okay. But yeah. What about y'all out there? What do you think? What is your, what do you think is the best wrestler turn actor? Of those three. You think The Rock is the best? Dwayne Johnson? Do you think John Cena is the best? Do you think Dave Bautista is the best? We want to know your opinion. Who's right?
There's no wrong answers.
Unless you come in with
Unless
somebody
you
else on that list. I want to say unless you come in with somebody who's not one of the three.
Well, I said of those three. That's why I was like, there's no wrong answers of those three.
Oh yeah, but somebody might come in and say something else. That's why I was just like, if you say something else,
have you seen Sasha Banks in the Mandalorian?
No.
Fuck out.
Okay.
I will say, as a kid, though, I did enjoy Suburban Commando, but I didn't know any better. All right. Another trailer. This one's coming from Netflix. This is called The Shadow Strays.
Oh, no.
Sounds like an anime.
It's not.
Okay.
Sounds independent.
Kantor 13, Anda ditugaskan menunggu sampai pemberitahuan selanjutnya. Komitmen dan dedikasimu selalu kami hargai.
Sebenarnya nama kakak siapa sih?
What's your real name? Thirteen.
Kamu terdistraksi.
You got distracted. That's
why you failed.
For the audio listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Monji?
What language is this?
You want the boy? I want your service.
I can read, Matt.
It's for the listeners.
Audio listeners cannot.
Okay.
It's her only option. Violence is her only option.
Their bodies all over Jakarta.
That was in English. You can't outrun
your shadow.
So this whole mess is because of a kid? We are here to neutralize, not to help or negotiate. Remember that, 13.
Saya bukan cuma sebuah nomor.
I am more than a number.
Interesting.
So yeah, that is that. So now it's time for my topic.
Yep.
So I want to know your unpopular opinions in the world of television, movies, and games. What are you gonna say? What do you have to say? What do you think that's gonna get folks up in arms and angry at you because this is a take that most people don't have? I'll let y'all go first.
The Office isn't funny. I have not watched The Office from beginning to end, but I've probably seen every episode in some variation playing in the background. Kate kind of enjoyed The Office, so it's been on in our house. I have watched it. The parkour episode is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen, and not dumb in a funny way, not dumb good, just stupid. I hate almost all of the characters on that show. Creed is cool. I like Dwight most of the time, and Stanley. Everyone else sucks, and the show is not funny. I don't like Jim. I don't like Pam. I hate Michael. I hate Michael with a fucking passion, to the point to where I don't even want to watch like the 40-year-old version anymore, because Michael Scott, portrayed by Steve Carell, has kind of ruined Steve Carell for me. I hate him that much. It's fucking awful. And all of my friends enjoy The Office, specifically that one right there. And then Will, when he listens back to this, huge Office fans. I listened to Travis go on a podcast, and someone said something along the lines of, if you don't like The Office, you're not smart enough to get the humor. That's not the case. I am smart enough to get it. I just don't find it fucking funny at all.
Okay. I'll let you say your piece. That's fine. What about you, Mara?
$50 Shade writing did not need as much vitriol as it got. The writing is actually not bad. Not the movie. I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking strictly about
the
books that they were based off of. That is all. It is not as the writing is not as bad as everyone made it out to be. Hi, Logan.
Hey, Logan.
All I hear is creak, creak, creak.
Miss y'all.
But in turn, Twilight movies are not that bad.
Wait, what movies are not that bad?
Yeah, say it again. Say it again, Mara.
Say it with your whole chest, Mara. It's an unpopular opinion.
Say it like you mean it. Say it like you mean it.
Twilight movies are not that bad. But they would do better as a teen comedy.
Travis, let me say my piece. I'm gonna let you say your piece.
They would do so much if they were to keep, like, if they kept the same cast and the writing and how they acted it at that same time, but then came from like the writer's room of, and I know you're gonna hate it, Matt, The Office. I feel like it would have been gold.
Well, you're talking about a different movie now, though. Like,
I just feel like you just had to change up a little bit of the style of writing.
Like you basically saying Twilight would be good if it was a different movie.
Well, maybe that's the unpopular opinion too, because people are like, it shouldn't exist. You're
muted, sir.
Your mic is
I know,
muted.
I'm being respectful. I'm getting my piece out without interrupting or dejecting Mara's unpopular opinion. I'm going to go back to talking shit now. No, just to be clear though, real quick. So 50 Shades of Grey is a Twilight fan fiction. Is that not how it started?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the writing for the fan fiction of the show or of the movie that you said isn't that bad or would be better if it was a different movie. The writing isn't that bad. Okay.
Well, to be honest, I've read both book series. I mean, granted, I also read them in two different ages of my life. I don't get how she got the fan fiction of that. Like, I never understood the correlation of how she read Twilight. And then she was just like, I'm going to make a book about this CEO guy who starts buying businesses to fuck this girl. Like, I don't, and then also tie her up. Like, I don't get how we got from there to there.
People are weird, man.
Yes. So it's just like, while I guess they're related, I don't see the relation.
Okay, I'm back now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars fans, I need you to listen to me right now.
I knew that's what this was all fucking about. I'm gonna mute myself.
Need you to listen closely, and I need you to understand what I'm saying. Star Wars is not as good as you think it is. You know, for a while, I used to think that I was the problem. For a long time, I thought that I was the problem. Because on paper, I should love this. You know, it's cool shit in space. They got laser swords. Like, cool shit. I should love this. But no matter what, every time I watch this stuff, I'm just like, okay. And the thing is, the more I hear the quote fans bitch and moan about it, I now realize it's not me. It's fucking you that's wrong, okay? Because here's what really made me realize this. There's a show that came out recently on Disney Plus called, what's it called? The Acolytes or whatever the fuck that is. Watch that.
Mm-hmm.
And all the complaints I've heard about this show about why it's not good, and we're going to pretend that these people are actually legit about their actual complaints and not just being racist and sexist and wanting to complain about the movie. Let's say they're right and they're actually like what they're saying is actually what the problem is with this movie. It's the same shit that's in every Star Wars installment. It's predictable. The characters are not interesting. The story isn't compelling. It's the same Star Wars shit in this show that's in all the other Star Wars shit. So when you talk to somebody that's like an avid Star Wars fan and ask what they actually like, it's hard to get an answer that's not just the lore of the world. You like the lore of this world. You don't like Star Wars movies. And this leads me to the conclusion that you don't actually like Star Wars. What you like is what you want Star Wars to be. And that is a you problem, and you need to do better. That's it.
Star Wars is better than both The Office and Twilight / 50 Shades of Grey. Just
I mean, I guess.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Those
That's
are
fine.
like way different genres. It's like comparing Titanic to Not Another Teen Movie. Like the fuck?
Not Another Teen Movie is better than Titanic. I agree.
But in what? So what?
In the only concept that matters, entertainment.
Oh, I mean, that's what you watch movies for, is to be entertained. And guess what doesn't entertain me? Star Wars. Now, that's it for that. Anything else y'all want to touch on before we get out of here?
Wrestling's not a sport.
I mean, yeah, we know that.
It's a TV show.
It's theater.
It is.
It's theater on camera.
It's a soap opera where we also get to see people beat the shit out of each other. Like, that's what it is.
I'd say physical improv, but I know part of it's rehearsed, so.
Depending on who it is. Because some rehearse and some don't.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's how I know I'm not made for that life. Fuck around.
Most are not. Most are not.
Fuck around and start having a match with someone who doesn't fucking rehearse, and fuck around, they break my neck.
Some say the ones that don't rehearse are actually the best.
That's scary.
One of the best that ever did it.
So I think you're looking at rehearse different than what Travis means by rehearse. So like Macho Man Randy Savage and Ricky the Steamboat, they rehearsed their match
had it
over and over and over again before they did it. So they knew every move to make it what it was. There are guys who will go in the ring and they will call the moves in the ring as they're doing them and feed off the energy that they're getting from the crowd. They will not have a full out pre-planned match going into it. They all have moves that they rehearse and practice and do to be safe. Everyone rehearses in that aspect.
Everybody has like trained, that's different. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was just like, you trying to run to like go down, and then they get you by your neck, and you're just like, oh god. And now
no. They're trained to do these things safely. That's different than I see.
Ronda Rousey got really mad because her first match was very rehearsed and was really good, and then after that they expected her to actually wrestle, and they didn't rehearse her matches, and then she was very upset that she wasn't as good as she thought she was after her first match.
Yeah, and then she's like, Logan Paul gets to rehearse all his matches. That's why they're good. I'm like, well,
Logan Paul also keeps jumping around fucking careers. Can't. Why is it? I feel like every field, I feel like I'm hearing about one of the Paul people.
Well, you get to see Jake get his ass whooped in a couple months, so you know.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's it. Why don't you all tell me what your unpopular opinions are and all that? We want to know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Let us know. But that's going to be it for this week's episode of the Creatia Conversation. Thank you all. If you're watching us live or watching on twitch.tv/Creatia World, you can subscribe while you're watching there. You can actually do it for free if you have Amazon Prime, because if you have Amazon Prime, that means you have Prime Gaming. So what you do is you take your Amazon Prime account, take a Twitch account, Fusion, they come together and they form Prime Gaming. Get a free subscription every month. We'd appreciate you giving it to us. If not, give it to your favorite streamer of choice, because Jeff Bezos doesn't need all that money. Also, you can watch us live or later on YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. We really appreciate you subscribing and watching there. And also, while you're doing that, right next to the subscribe button is a little bell. And hanging from that bell is a little bean. You know what I want you to do? I want you to flick that bean. You do that, you get notified every time we go live, every time we drop a new video, all that kind of stuff. We kind of revamped the way we do YouTube, so there's more videos there to watch, more shorter form videos. There's shorts there. A lot of things for you to enjoy, so go there and check that out. You can also see everything we do, all the links to all the stuff we do at creatiaworld.com. All the socials, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff at It's Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. And while you're there, you can check out our Facebook groups, one of them being facebook.com/group/Them Dragons. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, all that good stuff, go in there, watch that, check that out. Share your Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon memes, or just share pictures of dragons, because I think dragons are cool and I'd like to see it. If you're a wrestling fan, we got another group for you. Why don't you tell them about it, Matt?
Facebook.com/group/SmackingRaw, where you can go and engage with wrestling fans in a non-toxic, non-awful, non-terrible way about something you love. It's everything that the IWC should be, but isn't.
Nice. You can find me on all the socials at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
On the same places at Mara the Shark, MARADASHARK. When did
Metric?
You can follow me on Twitter at not Tim Cook, at Matt Ritter. There's at MATTRIDDER for your wrestling content, at Getting Off for your horror content. We have move times. Getting Off is now Fridays, 9 p.m. Central, and Smackin' Raw is now Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central. So come check us out this Saturday after Bad Blood for our smash and pass of the Bad Blood pay-per-view, as well as your weekly review in wrestling. And everywhere else at Smackin' Raw, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky.
Probably wants to change my Twitter handle to who TF is Tim Cook, but I won't. That'll be it for this week's episode, though. We'll see y'all next week. Until then, we out.
Till then.